Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at someone wildly successful? Someone crushing at work, full of energy, respected by everyone around them, and thought to yourself, what do they have that I don't? Here's what's wild. It's not money. It's not connections. It's not even talent. According to a book written over 100 years ago, a book so powerful that it was distributed to employees at major companies, placed on the desks of business leaders, and still reads like it was written yesterday. The answer comes down to about 90 tiny principles that almost nobody consistently practices. The book is called You Can by George Matthew Adams. And in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the most powerful ideas in this book, ideas that could genuinely change how you show up every single day. Let's get into it. George Matthew Adams was a newspaper columnist and motivational writer in the early 20th century. His syndicated column, Today's Talk, ran in hundreds of newspapers across America. You Can is a collection of those columns. Short, sharp, punchy essays, each built around a single powerful word or idea. Think of it like this. Every chapter is a shot of espresso for your mindset. There are almost 100 of these essays, so today we're going to cover the biggest themes, grouped into categories that make them stick. Here we go. The very first essay in the book sets the tone immediately. Adams writes, "You can make of yourself anything the germ of which lives within you." That's the premise of the entire book. You are not waiting to be discovered. You are not waiting for permission. The raw material of your greatness is already inside you. The question is whether you'll use it. And the first building block, character. Adams quotes J.P. Morgan, the most powerful financier of that era, who literally said under oath that character is the only gauge of a man. Not money, not assets, character. Here's the distinction Adams makes that most people miss. Reputation is what people say you are. Character is what you actually are. Reputation can be destroyed by rumors, by enemies, by a bad day. But character? Character is unassailable. Build that, and nothing can take it from you. The second foundational idea is responsibility. Adams quotes the philosopher Aeschylus de Encelis. Learn as if you were to live forever. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Your responsibility doesn't end with your job title or your age. Your influence, your deeds, your ideas, your work continues long after you're gone. That's a powerful reason to take today seriously. And then there's the chapter called General Manager. And this one might be the most important concept in the entire book. Adams says, human beings were created to run themselves. You are your own general manager. No one else can see your faults as clearly as you can. No one else can picture your ideals and purposes as vividly as you can. No one else can extract results from your brain and body the way you can. The problem? Most of us act like assistant general managers. We let other people do our thinking. We follow the crowd instead of running our own operation. Adams says, call a meeting of your own intellectual faculties. Lock the door, sit at the head of the table, and get down to business because you are the boss. Now, let's talk about your inner world, because Adams understood that what happens inside your head determines everything that happens outside it. Silence might be the most counterintuitive chapter in the book. In an age of Twitter, podcasts, and constant hot takes, Adams says, the world's greatest doers, Napoleon, Lincoln, Edison, were men of few words. Silence can't be answered. There is nothing to answer. The silent worker is the get things done worker. His advice? Don't talk back. Stop defending yourself constantly. Stop explaining. Just do. Thoughts. Adams says your thoughts are not inherited. They belong entirely to you. And here's the kicker. Your thoughts physically shape your character, the way a chisel shapes a sculpture. You can't think small, bitter, fearful thoughts all day and expect to live a big, courageous life. Feed your thoughts the right food. Keep them clean and wholesome. Because in the darker moments of life, and they will come, the reinforcements you've built up through good thinking will step out to protect and save you. Then there's the chapter on ghosts. And this is brilliant. Adams says ghosts are real, but not the supernatural kind. They're the phantom fears inside your own mind. Failure ghosts, regret ghosts, mistake ghosts, chance I didn't take ghosts. They live in dark alleys. They grow in the dark. His prescription? Walk right up to your ghosts. Look them in the eye. Give them a hearing. And then kick them out. Ghosts scatter in the light of action and courage. And conscience. Adams calls it the pilot of a man's hope towards success. It's the still, silent force that hunches you in the ribs when you're going the wrong direction. His message is direct. Be square. Follow your conscience all the way. Because the height to which peace and power can climb in you is only in proportion to the peace that obedience to conscience brings. This is where Adams shifts from philosophy to pure, practical fire. Concentrate. He says results always come to the persistent. The eye of the boss is drawn irresistibly to the desk of the doer. Draw your details together. Make every minute count. Not 20 things at once, one thing with full force. He uses a beautiful image, a rifle ball versus birdshot. Birdshot scatters and kills small things. It takes a single rifle ball, concentrated force, to bring down big game. Dig. This chapter is almost violent in its intensity. Adams says, dig right through every obstacle. A regular, persistent drop of water will wear away the hardest stone. The even rhythmic step of an army can bring down a bridge. Determined effort wins anything, anywhere. You failed yesterday? Dig. You want money, reputation, glory? Dig. Mental or financial bankruptcy staring you in the face. Pay no attention. Just dig. Stick. Perhaps the single most repeated idea across all self-help literature, and Adams states it better than most. Everyone begins, but not all stick. The sticker is the get there man. All the great successes of business and life are just repetitions of the same story. Men and women who knew how to stick. When you feel like quitting, stick. When the other fellow is getting the best of you, stick. Do. This chapter is 3 paragraphs of pure energy. Do the things you start. Do the thing you have at heart. Do what the other fellow can, but doesn't. Do while there's time. Do while there's life. Adams ends it with 4 words that hit like a hammer. Do it now. And grit. Adams defines it as getting the brain and heart and soul of the man fused for a white-hot attack on failure. Grit wins. Grit gets there. And his formula? No sweat, no sweat, no grit, no glory. Let's talk about the qualities that separate people who try from people who achieve. Dare. Adams says, you will never be anything unless you dare something. Better to blunder along, making healthy headway, than to stand still out of fear. The man ready to dare is the creator of great events. And here's the quote I want you to write down. Immortality is but a simple matter of decision, a decision to dare. Enthusiasm. Adams says most people have a head, a heart, and determination, but it's the people who get all 3 working together in the same spot, at the same time, for the same purpose, who start things and move the world forward. Enthusiasm is what goes through stone walls. It bores under rivers. It wins battles. And once you have it, nobody can stop you. Faith. This one is profound. Adams says faith is the ability to believe you've won before you have. It's taking victory in hand at the start. And here's the hard truth. The only time people fail is when they lose faith. The pitcher in a ball game, the soldier on a battlefield, the executive at the head of a project. Each does their best only as they are inspired by faith. Keep a good stock of faith on hand constantly. Win. Adams has a deceptively simple instruction. Keep your chin up. People who look down never get much of an idea of the sky where the stars are set. Winning is a thing that comes from within. No other man will win for you. Your success can be like no one else's. But you alone must find the thing and do the work. And here's Adams' most counterintuitive line. It is easier to win than to fail. Everybody sides with the winner, but the failure walks alone. Adams isn't just about personal achievement in isolation. He deeply understood that success is relational. Service. He says the biggest person who ever lived was, in some way, a servant. The world is a world of servants. And the truest fact in life, the more you do for someone else, the more you boost your own game. Your influence, your character, your impact, all grow through service. Appreciation. Adams calls appreciation the salt that savors the work and life of the world. Without it, the merest task becomes a burden. And yet, people withhold appreciation all the time, afraid of giving someone an advantage. Adams says this is foolish. You only deprive yourself. If your helper does good work, tell them so. It goes to a person's soul like an electric current to a nerve center. Encouragement, one of my favorite chapters. Adams says, half the wrecks of life are strewn along the gutter of failure for no other reason than this. Starve for want of encouragement. Give it away freely. A racehorse goes better after a pat on the nose. The boot black gives you a better polish if you smile while he shines. Give away your own success, your knowledge, your time, your cheer, and watch how the world gives back. Smile. Adams isn't being sentimental here. He's being strategic. The smiler is the climber. The smiling worker is the smiling doer. More things have been wrought and brought through smiles than this world dreams of. A failure doesn't want to smile and can't. A winner wants to smile and can't help it. Smiles are the headlights of success. And friends, a lifetime is all too short in which to be a friend and get friends. The friend art is a hard art. You cannot secure a friend without first vibrating the friend's spirit within yourself. To get a friend, you must be a friend. We're almost at the end, and Adams saves some of his most practical wisdom for last. Time. He quotes Napoleon. The reason I beat the Austrians is they didn't know the value of 5 minutes. Time is business. Time is money. Time is the errand boy, the clerk, the problem, the state, all in one. It moves forward, never stops to tie its shoes, never waits. And here's the sobering reminder. This day will never dawn again. Habit. Do a thing once and tracks are marked. Do it twice and a route is mapped. Do it 3 times and a path is blazed. Habit either leads you up or drags you down. It's the law. So, start what you start, right? You can fondle the eggs of a python, but you can't play with the python. Break the bad habit today, because if you wait until tomorrow, the bad habit will break you. Aim. Have a definite purpose. A man with a set aim and the courage to follow it cannot fail. What you aim to be, you are already potentially. Washington lost more battles than he won, but his aim for independence was achieved. There are no lucky dogs, Adams says. Winners are just workers with an aim. You need only one big central aim. Get without delay, then follow it consistently and courageously. And finally, today, in perhaps the most beautifully written essay in the book, Adams writes, "This is the most important day in the history of the world, because it is the latest day and the only day of its kind that shall ever dawn again. Worry has no place in it. Envy, bitterness, regret, they are of the past. Your smile today is worth millions tomorrow. Your deeds today will count for more than any mapped-out plan of 20 years to come. There is no tomorrow, today." So there it is. You could buy George Matthew Adams. Written over a century ago, but I genuinely believe it's one of the most relevant books you could read right now. The message underneath everything is simple. You already have what it takes. The germ of everything you could become is already inside you. The question is just whether you'll dig, stick, dare, and do today. If this summary helped you, hit that like button and subscribe. We do a new book every week. Drop in the comments. Which idea hit hardest for you? Was it grit, dare, the ghost chapter? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.